beautiful. A star in the making.
One of my favorite vaults to watch.
Feeling like I'm levitating, sky high, elevator, hot sunshine. Yeah, I feel alive. Everybody's loving it. I'm just having fun with it. Living like a rock star.
One rotation down, and NC State is in the lead, narrowly edging out the Pittsburgh Panthers currently. We've got more ACC gymnastics for you tomorrow. As you can see, Clemson will be traveling to UNC. NC State right now going to move over to the uneven bars. Pittsburgh going to flip-flop and move to the vault. And there you see there are 5 ACC teams on the road to nationals, all ranked within the top 25.
Yeah, that's really cool to see. It just shows how competitive the conference is and how much it's leveled up with the more the teams are adding. And I think it just gives all these athletes and all these teams that extra juice to, want to go out and compete and get amped up. So it's been fun.
Every coach that we have chatted with has been so excited about the ACC, and then also with adding Cal and Stanford. There you see California leads the way in their first season within the ACC. They actually competed against Stanford last night, and so that average team score of the 197.025 does include yesterday's competition. And gymnastics, there you just see on the rise, like you touched on. Everyone is getting excited. Clemson selling out multiple meets. NC State, their first ever sellout last Sunday versus Cal.
Yeah, it's so exciting for the sport and all the programs as a whole. And again, being able to just watch women's gymnastics and see these teams get better and better and just more additions each year has really been special.
Tonight's participants, you're going to have to stand in a line and meet together to create a chain of hands. Fans are going to have to pass the hood over their heads and then step through it. And they've got 30 seconds to get from one end to the other.
Black people have influenced every aspect of American life. Don't believe me? Just take a look at what's happening in gymnastics. For the first time ever, black gymnasts took home the gold, silver, and bronze medals in the women's all-around competition at the 2023 World Championships. And at the college level, current and former athletes like Trinity Thomas, MJ Frazier, Nia Smith, Jordan Childs, and the queen of the floor, Darion Goborn, infused the sport with style and swag. Simone Biles is the GOAT, but judging by the talented black women in the sport today, gymnastics is in good hands.
Between the NC State Wolfpack and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Both teams put up a great showing on their first event, but let's take a look at these ACC vault rankings where you can see NC State ranked 19th in the nation. All the teams really in the top 30, which is fantastic for all the schools.
Yeah, that's really cool to see. And notice just the margin of how close they all are. That is what we're talking about when we say those landings in every single 10 counts.
Absolutely. And we will make note, so after this week, the teams may switch to their national qualifying score. So right now, everything is being done based on the season average. So taking all of the meets that they've competed in and averaging everything out. As we move into the second half of the season, the average is going to go away, and teams will start to be ranked based on their national qualifying score.
So yeah, that is something to keep in mind as we're moving into the end of season, not postseason quite yet, but the NQS is going to make all the difference once regionals comes, and those are going to be what each team is really focused on.
Absolutely. There you can see how the NQS is broken down as we get started on the vault for Nika Lee.
She starts out with that Uchenko full that we've seen a lot of today. You can see the controlled landing she did have. Again, we have not seen too many sticks on vault. But you can see right here, nice shot getting the vault around, had to pike it down and take that step. So that's going to be the biggest deduction right there.
So a great lead-up spot for Lee. She's a freshman out of Palmer, Alaska, and was actually the 2023 state all-around champ for her team there. So Kaylee Adamides, she has been in this lead-off spot for the Wolfpack team, I think, since she joined.
Yeah, such an honor to be in that leadoff spot. We've talked about it before, but that's really going to be where your most consistent athlete is going to go in the lineup. You can see she starts out with that shaposh down to the pack from that low bar to high bar release. And then right back up to the bar. It seems like sometimes on bars it's back and forth a lot, so it's really important for these gymnasts to maintain that rhythm that they have. And with a double top, absolutely sticks it.
I love it. I love it. She competed in every meet for this Wolfpack team last year, and so far this year, the junior out of Long Island as a bar specialist. This is exactly what you want out of your leadoff.
Yeah, and you can see right there, she does that stalter into that double back. No problems on the landing.
So 1 down, 5 to go on the uneven bars for the Wolfpack as number 2 gets set for Pittsburgh. This is Jamie Pratt.
Getting ready for that Yurchenko fall. Seeing a lot of these, like I mentioned. So what's going to differentiate the good ones from the great ones are, again, that amplitude, the height off the table, the extension throughout, and then that stick. You can see she does a great job extending in the beginning, had to pike down as well at the end, but is able to make it around. So again, there's going to be a slight deduction throughout, and then on that small hop.
And a lot of times they're piking down because they want to make sure they have the rotation. They'd rather take a small deduction on body composition versus a fall. But competed in 13 out of 14 meets for the Razorbacks last year on vault. So a great job there as we move over to Peyton Childs.
And she started with that hip hop into the straddle Jaeger, which is too far away from the bar. Couldn't get that grip. It's hard because sometimes you know where you are in the air and the timing might just be a little bit off. Right there you can see she was able to still hit the bar, but just couldn't get that grab.
And because she typically connects that into another release move, she wants to be as far away as she can and still catch so that she has the extra swing. It looks like she's actually going to start over, mainly because this combination gives her a lot of bonus to make sure that she does get that 10-0 start value.
Yeah, it's really tough to have a fall and then have to go back and redo the entire thing.
Is this something that you practice for?
You know, if you fall, it is something that you practice for. I feel like you have to be able to get back up, yeah, just from that mental standpoint. But so far, the rest of the routine's great. She does that flying full to the double top. And one thing to point out is she did that straddle Jaeger straight into the overshoot. So you want to catch a little bit further away from the bar to give that power to go back, straight back down to the low bar. So that could have been part of the reason why she was too far. You can see ends with that dismount. Nice job finishing out.
Nice double back there, but again, so both teams had one fall on bars. A little bit more pressure on the rest of the Wolfpack team to try to be able to eliminate that one. As Olivia Giunta.
She does. Yurchenko with the stick. I think that's the first stick that we've seen today.
On vault, yes.
On vault. So that was stuck cold, but let's take a look from this angle as well. Nice entry onto the table. She is able to block, and I do like the distance, but that pike down, they're going to take a deduction on that because the judges want to see that laid out position throughout. But again, really nice ball and a nice stick.
So a great job for Giunta, a 4-time national qualifier prior to joining this Pitt team and the 2023 state vault champion for Illinois. So it makes sense that she was able to nail that vault. We're going to look at Ava Myers for the Wolfpack.
She starts off with that strong handstand. It's really important to have those tight handstands right on top of the bar or within that 10-degree angle. So far, she's moving through this routine. Looks like it was a little bit short on that handstand, but a really nice high double top. Was able to stick that dismount and come out with the hit routine, which is what they're looking for right now. So again, she's able to get them back on track.
Love it. She's really settled into this bar lineup, competing in every meet so far as a true freshman.
We'll take another look here. Notice that blind full height she gets and is able to break out.
In the slow-mo, I noticed the leg separation, but I didn't notice it as much in real time, so I'll be curious what the judges do with that.
Yeah.
Kennedy Duke on vault.
I think some people forget that the judges can pretty much deduct anything. So it's very tough. Really nice Yurchenko full. One thing I loved about that was the extension she had throughout the entire vault. There wasn't a pike down right off the table. She had this long extended lines and legs throughout. You can see right here, just that nice straight body position all the way through to the end. Just had a little too much power, so had to take that step.
So a fantastic vault out of the junior as we take a look at Carolina Volk for this NC State Wolfpack team.
Starts off that handstand, has a big release move coming up right here. Really difficult to go again from the high bar straight back down to the low bar. That is what we saw Peyton Childs have that mistake on. So really nice job for Caroline Volk to step off and then ends with a nice hit routine. And was that a stick? I think that was a stick.
I think it was a stick. The team seems to think it was a stick.
You can see right here, look at the height she gets. And then right back down to the low bar. It's a very difficult combination right there. And then the dismount, she does that double layout, nice body shape throughout. Yeah, that was a stick.
I'm going to go with a stick on that one. So some great routines out of the freshmen on both sides. As we take another look at Jalea Bedminster.
Nice Yurchenko full from the height standpoint. She did land short, so it is going to be, that's going to be where the judges take right there. But you can see on this replay, really nice height. It almost just looked like she broke out too early.
A little bit. Yeah, she was going for the stick on that one. And we've got some celebration from this Wolfpack team. Caroline Volk, a 9.9. So a new career high for her. Prior was a 9.825. Ellie Hadrick coming up for the Wolfpack team. Only competed in a few meets last year, but has really started off strong, competing in every meet so far on bars and floor.
Starts out with that straddle Jaeger. Then we see that overshoot down to the low bar. I really like how she's just swinging. It's like, it's easy for her. Yeah, she's swinging with such ease. And then does that full out. Oh, I thought she had the stick. The smallest little hop right there. But a solid routine for the Wolfpack.
And that is absolutely a huge dismount. She almost completes that second rotation above the high bar.
Yeah, and notice the form even throughout the Giants. Those feet never come apart, and then she's able to drop into that dismount. So
Tiniest little hop.
I like how they're just on a roll right now.
Elizabeth Cicerone, a fifth year out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, transferred from Central Michigan for this Pittsburgh team.
She's going to do another Yurchenko full as well. I thought those were really nicely done vaults. It's hard to tell at that angle the height that she had. So taking another look from the side right here, which is the judges' view as well. Beautiful height on that and amplitude. Nice block off, and then again, just the smallest little step.
Definitely that ball's only worth a 9.95, and she's got a career high on that of a 9.925. So basically perfect.
Yeah.
As almost as perfect as you can get on that one. So again, another quick judges conference as we wait on Katie Harper for the Wolfpack. Katie, one of the bar and beam specialists.
Yeah, I think it's really important for her to just stay calm and in her own head right now, because they've done a great job building up this lineup and these scores, following a mistake. So we've seen a couple pressure situations already today. This is going to be another one of those, especially when you're anchoring. It almost feels like more pressure.
Definitely. Yeah, like you have to hit. It's one of those, the thing going through your mind is like you have to hit. But she also knows that if you think about the hit, that's typically when you miss. So you gotta take it one skill at a time.
Absolutely.
Katie, just a sophomore out of Columbus, Ohio, with 9.85 on bars last week. It'd be great if she could do that again.
Beautiful handstand to start the routine. Into that free hit, you're going to see a unique release move, which is a dinger. But so far, I've loved just how sharp she's been with her handstands.
I love the aggressiveness. It's a very aggressive bars.
Yeah, you can feel the confidence, even though she's doing a bar routine. Every handstand has been on top of the bar. Finishes with a double layout.
I'll take it.
Beautiful routine. I know, I was going to say the cherry on top would have been that stick, but it was the slightest little foot movement right there.
Top.
Take a look right here. Just look at the handstand, how sharp. She's almost able to hold it for a half a second right there, and then it's like a pencil throughout.
As straight as you get. You see a lot of the double layouts with the arched body, kind of the overextension. Hers is very straight. As we take a look at the freshman out of Upper Barrel, Pennsylvania, Lila Pileggi.
She does another ear Chaco full. Just didn't quite have enough power off the table there. You could see she did go a little bit crooked and landed short. So that just comes from a lack of power and rotation throughout vault, which it's a lot harder than it sounds.
Definitely, and she was actually making her vault debut even in the exhibition spot. So typically in bars and beam. So we're going to take a look at her on the vault. And then we've got Jenna Rusk in the exhibition spot for the Wolfpack team. As you see, the Panthers getting some words of encouragement from their coaches. Jenna Rusk, again, another one of the freshmen, really giving all of these freshmen across the board some great experience, building some of the depth within both of these teams.
That's such a crucial part of the sport as well. You have to have the depth in your lineups, especially with these gymnastics seasons being so long. So far, she does her release move and back down to the bar with that overshoot. Back up to the high bar and that handstand. Then she does a front giant, which is also very unique. Into that double top. Ends it with the stick. Beautiful routine.
So a great finish from Rusk on the uneven bars. You can see on the scoring tower to the right, NC State crossing that 49 mark. They actually tied the same score that they had last week at that 49-175. Pitt, again, scores a little bit lower, coming in at a 48.5 overall. And we are halfway through this competition. NC State in the lead with a 98-1, Pitt with a 97-3. Don't go anywhere. Coming back up, we've got a documentary on Victory Heights for the Pittsburgh Panthers.